Hello everyone, I'm in Rozella and just about to start yet another tea trail from Rozella. I've been doing some tea trails previously, so this is going to be another magnificent one hopefully. We are going to walk through 5 tea estates today, starting from Binoya, crossing through Wigton and Wigton Upper, Stonycliff, Mayfield and Pittenween. Today we are going to start from Rozella district, cross very briefly into Kandy, stay there for about couple of kilometers, once again move back into Rozella district. Starting elevation is at 1310 meters. The highest elevation point is going to be 1420 meters and the lowest going to be 1250 meters. All in all, the length going to be approximately 12 kilometers or slightly more, but let's talk about it more during the journey. Let's get started then. It's a beautiful yet gloomy and misty morning. We are looking towards the Seven Merging mountain range in the distance. I don't think you can make it out because of the mist. Down below is one of the headwaters of Hatton. This is the Binoya tea estate that we are walking through. We will soon reach a junction, three-way junction, where we are going to take the left turn towards Wigton. The right turn will take us to Pittenween. So we will go from left and merge with the same three-way junction towards the end of our journey. So far we have trekked close to 500 meters. Right here we are at the three-way junction I just mentioned. It's approximately 600 meters to this point from where we started at our cottage in Rozella. My trekking partner is going ahead. You can probably see him. Anna, he's the one I just completed Pico stage 1 and 2 a couple of weeks ago. That was a really great hike. Hopefully today hike gonna be something similar. This is one of the most scenic locations in our journey. You probably have come across this in my previous videos. This is where we get an absolutely breathtaking view of the Rozella mountain range. Unfortunately, it is covered in mist today. There are two peaks, 1520 meters, located in Kandy district. The second one in Rozella, 1470 meters. We are going to walk through the path which separates them. Right, I'm trying to give you a sense of the terrain that we are trekking through. It's once again beautiful up country. Despite the dry weather condition, it still looks nice and green. There's plenty of mist and there had been some rains lately, couple of days ago. Today looks like it's gonna be another rainy day. Maybe we got out on the wrong day. Anyway, despite all that, let's enjoy what's available for us now, because rain gonna be beyond our control. You can see there are some new beginnings in Wigton Estate. They have planted some new tea fields. Especially these were full of mana bushes. When we came here a couple of months ago, a little more than that, but now they have started planting again, which is a good sign for the Ceylon tea. Now my trekking partner is so far ahead, so I'll have to run and catch him. We are going to come to a very important junction very soon. I'll tell you about it when we get there. You are looking towards Wigton Upper, which is located in Kandy district. And the time is still about 6:30 AM in the morning. Alright, now we are coming to that important junction I told you about a couple of minutes ago. This is where we cross from Rozella to Kandy district, and we're going to stay there very briefly, crossing once again back to Rozella. I'll show you that location as well. There's a stream here which originates from Rozella mountain range, which separates Kandy and Rozella district. This goes downstream and join the previous water stream I showed you, which creates Binoya waterfall. Together they go and merge with Hatton, which originates from Abeywickrema estate of Dikkoya. Here is the exact point of the district border. You can probably hear there are some buses in the background early in the morning. Today is a weekday. This is the road where people go to Hatton and Kottagala. You can see my trekking partner is greeted by one of these dogs. The line houses we walk past, they are still getting up in the morning. You could also get some nice smells of them making roti in the morning for breakfast. I'm getting hungry now. We keep climbing up because the highest elevation point in our today's trail is very nearby. You can probably make out the Wigton Upper Division signboard here. We will continue on this path straight ahead, but if we were to go left, we can go and see more tea fields of Wigton Upper. But we are trying to go on this estate road which connects Wigton to Stonycliff. Right, okay, let me give you a panoramic view from here. Here is a panoramic view. If there was no mist and clouds, we would have been able to see Sripada beautifully from here. But today we are not so lucky. You can see straight ahead the path that we came uphill. To the right is the continuation of the Wigton Upper Division. We are getting very close to the highest elevation point, that is at 1420 meters. From there, if you were to go to the left, you can reach the Rozella peak number 1. To the right is the Rozella peak number 2. And you can see my trekking partner is enjoying the distant view. Let's see whether we also can get a view of that. You can see the badly state this road is in. And in the distance, you can see there are two small hills. This road goes through between them. This is where the district border between Kandy and Nuwara crosses once again. As I said before, to the left is the Rozella Peak 1 in Kandy district. To the right is Rozella Peak 2, Nuwara district. From this, there are so many streams originate and they flow downhill, cross the upcountry railway line close to Rozella station and the double bridge, then merge with Hatton Oya, which then goes on to join with Kothmale Oya, creating Mahaweli river at Mahawilla of Navala Pitiya. Right, okay, you can probably get a better view of the small hill just below Rozella Peak 1. Right, now we are very close to our breakfast break point, which is at the highest elevation point. In the distance you can make out the beautiful Wigton Upper Estate. There are some workers getting on about their work in the morning. You can probably hear them. Alright, we just finished our breakfast at the highest elevation point, 1420 meters. From our cottage, the elevation gain has been 110 meters, so 360 feet. Now we are going to continue on this road towards Stonycliff and then turn to Mayfield and come back through Pittenween back to Binoya Estate, where we started our journey. So far we have trekked close to 3 kilometers. That is roughly 25% of the today's hike. So we still got 75 more to go. We are continuing our journey towards Stonycliff Estate, still in Wigton Upper. You can see these beautiful tea gardens of Wigton Upper. Looks so pretty and lush green. Behind these tea fields you can see somewhat like a virgin forest area that is known as Rilagala forest. The highest point of Rilagala is the Rilagala mountain summit point, that is at 1684 meters, close to 1700 meters. That is located in Kandy district. But right now we are back in Nuwara district. I just showed you where we crossed the district border. That's where the highest elevation point was. Now talking about Rilagala, it gives birth to so many streams that feed ultimately Mahaweli river. some of the streams flow past the path that we came uphill to Hatton, and some of them create the Kadian Lane, which creates beautiful Catabula Falls, and some streams flow via Kotagala to create Devon Waterfall. So Devon Waterfall ultimately joins Kotmale and then flow to Hatton River to become Mahavali River. Alright, time for a panorama view of this beautiful Wigton Upper Estate. Now the sun is towards that side. Great Western Mountain is also towards that side. I can make out its outline, but I don't think you can see that. And now we are coming to a very special place. On the right hand side, covered by mist, is the Rozella Peak 2 at 1470 meters. Here's yet another panorama view of this beautiful Wigton Estate Upper Division. You can see the mist covered Vilagala forest in the background. I especially love the tea field to the right. So pretty green, looks absolutely out of this world. Nice and green and lush. Now let's see what happened to my trekking partner. But I think he's going downhill towards Stonycliff along this path. View of Rozella Peak 2 that is located in Nuwara district. In fact, the district border goes very close to the summit point of this mountain peak, and the line houses below that, and the path on the right hand side where we came through. You are looking at a very important water stream. This is the headwaters of Mount Vernon stream. This flows through Stonycliff Estate, then enters Mount Vernon Estate by crossing Nawalapitiya Dimulapatana Road and goes on to create a beautiful waterfall called Mount Vernon Falls. Afterwards, she goes and merges with Kotmale, that is the downstream of St. Clair's and Devon Falls. This is probably the end of the Wigton Upper Estate. From here onwards, we are going to walk through a small forest patch, then enter into the Stonycliff Estate. The Mount Vernon stream that I showed you a short while ago is going to parallel us until the Stonycliff Estate. Then we'll have to take a right turn into the Mayfield Estate. Let's go and show you that. This is the forestry area that I told you we have to walk through after Wigton Upper Estate. You can see my trekking partner is somewhere there. There is a bridge that we have to cross the stream. Then it will be on our left hand side. Right now it's on our right hand side. This is the stream that goes on to create that beautiful Mount Vernon Falls. Despite the dry weather, you can see it looks very healthy thanks to the Vilagala forest area. This is one of the reasons why we need to safeguard our forest patches instead of cutting them down and then looking up the sky chanting this so-called Vahipirik, which is absolutely useless. The day we lose all the forest covers, there will be no water for us to use. We are now on a downhill path towards Stonycliff Estate. On our right hand side, there is a small reservoir called Mayfield Secret Reservoir. I would really love to go there and see one day what is so secret about it. Possibly it's named as such. There aren't many people who visit it. Oh, it's very difficult to get there. Anyway, on the left hand side is the stream that I told you about. Now she's following us. There is also a nice waterfall created by her. Unfortunately, we can't get a clearer view of that because of the trees. Anyway, let me see if I can show you something from here. There you go. I think people have built a small anecut to barricade the water, but still this tiny yet beautiful waterfall can be seen from here. We are now entering into the Stonycliff Estate. You can see some line houses down below and this tea estate, and beyond that is the beautiful Rilagala Calais. I'm guessing the summit point of Rilagala is somewhere there. 1684 meters if I remember correct. We have finally arrived at B406 Stonycliff Kottagala Road. So far we have trekked 5.2 kilometers. We have to go uphill on this tarred road. We need to go on this B grade road for 1.1 kilometers before turning once again towards the Mayfield Estate. This is a main road that connects Stonycliff to Kottagala. If I'm not mistaken, it goes on to meet with Dimbulapatana Navalapitiya road as well. On our left hand side is the stream that goes on to create Mount Vernon Falls. Here is the view of the tea estate, road and the stream. You can make out this very steep tea estate going so far up into the sky. We continue on B406 road. It's actually a really beautiful road. There are tea estates on either side, some beautiful tall trees, and the road is pretty much isolated despite today being a weekday, and the time is now around 8 o'clock. We've been trekking for the last 2 hours, approximately 5.5 kilometers trekked so far. So our going is not bad because we stopped for about 30 minutes for breakfast, which means our average speed is close to 3 kilometers an hour. This of course can be counted towards yet another stage of the Pico Trail, which starts at Hantana, goes through Kandy, Nuvareliya, Badulla and back into Nuvareliya, and ends in Pedro Estate, close to Lovers Leaf Waterfall and Bomuruella Reservoir. We left Stonycliff Kottagala Road, B406, now entered into this estate road once again. So far we have trekked more than 6.3 kilometers. This is like the halfway mark. We have another, I think, slightly over 6 more kilometers to go, and we'll soon be crossing the 4th tea estate in our journey, the Mayfield. Afterwards it will be Pittenween and back to Binoya. It looks like the tea section in this area has been pruned recently. That's why you don't see the lush green tea leaves. I think the time is good for us to have a water break. It's been somewhat tiring trekking uphill on that road, and also we were being exposed to the sun, which is out in full force now. These are the lifeline of these line houses. They help people living in the line houses with safe drinking water. Not only that, these also contribute to major streams. In fact, now we are walking through an area, the streams originating contribute to the water stream of Devon Falls. Yet another beautiful location. On your left hand side you can probably see a rock with the shape of a face and a nose. That is known as Duke's Nose. The upcountry railway line goes very close to that. If I'm not mistaken, tunnel number 14, Singimale, or the Pool Bank tunnel, is also close to that point. Currently she holds the 2nd place in terms of length. With the extension of the coastal line from Matara to Beliatta, she lost her reign. Walking through this tea estate is so rewarding. You can see all around, you can get this fresh mountain air, listen to the birds chirping. There's a small wind making it very cool and comfy, and then the lush greenery is so pleasing to the eye. It helps to relieve your stress, especially when living in the concrete jungle. This is one of the reasons why people should at least once in a while come and enjoy this beautiful countryside. But more importantly, we need to protect such forest areas so that we can come and enjoy them. They will also help with us fresh air, oxygen and water, food, shelter, all that. Pano time once again. You can make out the state road that we have to go downhill. I think we are now in the Mayfield Tea Estate, the fourth estate to cross today. You can see the beautiful tea gardens, and on the right hand side there's like a small hill. We were trekking beyond that a short while ago when we were coming from Wigton to Stonycliff. The reservoir I told you about, the Mayfield secret reservoir, must also be somewhere there. We can also make out some tea pluckers busy at work in the morning. Trekking through Sri Lankan upcountry tea estates are such a rewarding experience. You can probably make out why it's so beautiful and soothing to the mind, the body and the eyes. From all the tea estates I've visited in my life, I think the best is the Dambetan. It's such a beautiful and well maintained tea estate. I also like the Moray Estate and Lakshapana Estate of Dalhousie or Nallatanni, close to Muskeliya. They are also very well maintained. Now Mayfield is also not in a very bad state compared to others in the surrounding area. Even the Stonycliff was in a relatively better shape. We are now in Mayfield Estate. The last time when I was doing the video, we were actually at the border between Stonycliff and Mayfield. Now we are going past the Mayfield road, which is to our right. What we are trying to do is go on this road and through a shortcut merge with that road. Then we will end up at the lowest elevation point of today's trek at 1250 meters. From there we'll have to take a shortcut through a forest patch to reach. The road connects Pittenween to Kottagala and Hatton. You can see the Mayfield Estate signage, Kottagala Plantations PLC. We are going to turn left from here. The road goes towards the manager's bungalow. Then we will be able to reach the shortcut very soon. You can make out the Mayfield Estate bungalow. It's very rare to find a two-story estate bungalow. This is one of the very few of them. Another beautiful wide angle view of the Mayfield Estate bungalow, tea estate and the surrounding hills. Looks so beautiful. You can now make out the Mayfield Estate bungalow on the top left hand corner. We are now very close to our lowest elevation point of today's trek at 1250 meters. We need to get to the right path from this small junction. If you have been following this journey very closely, you can probably make out a very familiar sight in the distance. That is the Rozella peak number 2 at 1470 meters. We were beyond that few hours ago when we were doing Upper Wigton section. The stream down below is also very significant. She originates from the Mayfield secret reservoir that I told you once again few hours ago when we were climbing down Stonycliff Estate. She flows to Kottagala Lake. From there goes to create the Devon Falls. We just passed the lowest elevation point. There you saw that beautiful stream. So far we have trekked 9.5 kilometers. From here it's going to be a very steep path over the last 500 meters. We will gain roughly 100 meters in elevation up to 1350 meters. This is going to be the most difficult section of this trail. In fact, this is a shortcut. The shortcuts are bound to be short only in length, when it comes to steepness, it's going to be more than the usual estate road. Looking back towards Mayfield Estate bungalow, located at a really beautiful place on top of a small hill, surrounded by lush green tea fields. We trekked past the bungalow but didn't bother to take pictures or videos because there was nobody there to get permission. So we just came without paying a visit. I really wish I could one day pay a visit to that beautiful bungalow. You can see the very steep path, the so-called shortcut we are taking. Extremely difficult, but what to do? This is part of the trekking. Alright, we managed to climb this very steep section, but there's a bit more to go to reach the road connecting Pittenween to Hatton Kotagala main road. You can make out the Mayfield Estate bungalow in the distance, so we are going to bid farewell to her now. We have finally arrived on the road that connects Pittenween to Kotagala Hatton road. You can see the elevation difference between where we are standing and the tea field down below. And now the Mayfield Tea Estate bungalow looks lower than where we are. It was an amazing hike through the Stonycliff and Mayfield Tea Estates. You can also make out some section of the path that we walked downhill. This is the road that connects Pittenween to Hatton Kotagala road via Mayfield Tea Estate. There's a junction ahead of us where there is another path that goes towards Hatton Kotagala road via Ruwanpura. We have now reached 1350 meters in terms of elevation. Distance is 10 kilometers from the start, and this is the road that goes towards Hatton Kotagala road via Ruwanpura. It's a small village. So from here, Pittenween Estate is very near. We are now in Pittenween Tea Estate. We just passed Pittenween Tamil School. So far trekked close to 10.4 kilometers. There are buses running on this road connecting Wigton to Hatton. I wonder if I can hear a horn in the distance. Now from here we need to trek close to 2 more kilometers to end our journey. What a fantastic and beautiful journey it turned out to be. So hopefully we'll be able to finish our journey and have a nice cold shower at our cottage. Time is getting close to midday and we are into the last stretch of the trek. We have trekked close to 11 kilometers, so we have to trek another 1.5 or so kilometers. Now we are trekking through this Pittenween Tea Estate. It connects with Binoya on one side and Wigton on the other. Remember the three-way junction that I showed you early in the morning at the very beginning? So this road should go and connect with that three-way junction. We took a left turn towards Wigton in the morning. Now we are coming from the right side to that junction. From there it's about 500 to 600 meters to our cottage. To recap today's journey, we started at 1310 meters elevation, trekked approximately 2.7 kilometers to reach the highest elevation point 1420, where we had our breakfast. That's also where the second district border between Kandy and Rozella was. Then we trekked downhill towards Stonycliff, met the B406 Stonycliff Kotagala road, trek on that for about 1.3 kilometers, then entered into the estate road once again, which connects Stonycliff with Mayfield. Entering into the Mayfield, we took a shortcut passing the Mayfield Estate bungalow. You would have seen from many different angles. Then reached the lowest elevation point at 1250 meters and had a very difficult steep uphill climb with an elevation of well over 100 meters over a very short distance, approximately 500 meters, and reached the main road connecting Wigton via Pittenween towards Hatton Kottagala. Now getting close to the three-way junction we met in the morning and our cottage. Okay, you can see the distance view of the small hills, and there are down below vegetable patches and some streams. Talking about streams, we came across two prominent streams. The first one, actually three prominent streams. The first two, they connect together and flow to Hatton Oya. In fact, the second stream is the first district border between Kandy and Nuwara, which I showed you. So those two connect together and flow to Hatton Oya. And the third stream that we came across, a very prominent one, that was in Upper Wigton. She flows via Upper Wigton, Stonycliff and Mount Vernon to Kothmale Oya, creating beautiful Mount Vernon waterfall. Followed by, we met another two streams. They are the headwaters of Devon waterfall that flow through Kottagala to create that beautiful lady of Talawakale. You can see my trekking partner taking small breaks every now and then because the sun is so unforgiving now. So it's very difficult to walk unless you have good sunshades and protection for your skin. Right, I think we are now getting very close to the three-way junction. I'll go and show you that. This is the main road between Wigton and Hatton Kottagala Road. It is paved in concrete in certain sections, such as here, but there are areas the road is in very bad condition. I might be able to show you such areas very soon. You can see there's a small hill in front of us, and our cottage is in fact beyond that hill, but we have no intention of taking a shortcut, because after the shortcut near the Mayfield Estate bungalow, we decided not to take shortcuts but to go on the designated path at all times. Pan out time once more while Anna is enjoying the distant views of Rozella mountain range. I'm going to give you this beautiful 180-degree panoramic view of Wigton and surrounding estates and the hills in the distance and beautiful lush green tea fields. And this is the road that we came from Pittenween. And Sripada should be on this side. Unfortunately, we can't see it today. You can now clearly see the Rilagala Forest Reserve in the distance up above. On left and right hand sides, the Rozella two peaks, peak 1 on the left hand side and the 2 on the right hand side in 2 districts. Then Wigton Upper Division and the path we took in the morning. Absolutely breathtaking view from here. We have finally reached the three-way junction. So from here to the right goes towards Wigton. We are not going to follow that. Instead, we are going to take this Binoya Estate road towards our cottage. The first stream we saw is now on our right hand side. You can probably hear the sound. She goes on to create Binoya waterfall, then merges with the stream coming close to Wigton lighthouses separating Kandy and Nuwara districts, and flow past Rozella station and go to join Hatton Oil. We are very close to the ending of our journey. I just stopped here to show you beautiful and sacred Sripada mountain in the distance. Not sure whether you can make it out just above this road. Now that we finally managed to see Sripada, this looks like a good place to end our journey. We trekked for the last 5 hours over 12.3 kilometers, gaining an elevation up to 1420 meters, then dropping to 1250. Now I'm standing back at the trailhead, 1310 meters. I can hear the Badulla bound Podimaniki train down below, I think getting to Rozella station. It was a beautiful day for hiking, even though there was a hint of rain in the morning. By about 8:30 it all went away and we managed to get some panoramic views of Stonycliff and Mayfield Estates. Unfortunately, we were not able to see Sripada from there, but at last, just before we ended our journey, we were able to see this beautiful and sacred mountain. Then this is Sri and Anna signing off from Rozella. Remember the golden rule when you travel. Please don't litter, don't leave garbage, don't harm the environment. Try and do your best to protect it at all times. With that message, I'm signing off. Hopefully see you with another tea trail like this in the future.